The internet is full of gurus who promise to make you rich with secret stock tips. Their strategies are so risky. They are like buying a lottery ticket. They are selling the dream of getting rich overnight with one magic investment. As a CFA candidate, I've spent years studying financial data and history. I've seen how it really works, and I can tell you that's not what professionals do. It's not how you build real long term wealth. The simple truth is the system that financial professionals use to grow their money is boring. It's so boring. It almost feels like a joke. There are no secret tricks, complex computer programs, or dramatic last minute choice. It's a system built on something much more powerful, doing the same thing automatically over and over again. You are not struggling with money because you miss out on the latest hot investment. You are struggling because you don't have a system. You are losing money without realizing it, and you are letting your feelings guide your money choice instead of facts. Today, I'm going to show you the very simple system based on facts that anyone can use to build real wealth. No hype, just the boring math that actually works. The first boring secret: know your numbers. Before you think about investing even $1, you have to master the most basic and honestly the most boring part of finance, knowing how your money comes in and goes out. Gurus skip this part because it isn't exciting. You can sell an expensive course on how to make a budget, but every successful company lives by financial statements, and you are in charge of your own finance. It's time to act like it. Here's your first boring task: create a personal income and expense sheet. It's simple. On one side, list all the money coming in, your salary, any side jobs, everything. On the other side, list your expenses. You have to be completely honest. Nobody is watching you. A great way to organize this is the 50-30-20 rule. Think of it as a tool to check your financial health. It suggests that 50% of your income after tax should cover your needs, like rent and groceries. 30% can go to wants, like streaming service and hobbies. And the last and most important, 20% is for your future self, like savings and paying off debt. This is just a guideline, so you should change it to fit your own life. The first time you do this, you might be shocked. You'll find small subscriptions that add up, or realize you are spending too much on small things like coffee. You'll see all the small expenses that are draining your money. According to a recent bank rate report, only 47% of Americans could comfortably pay for a $100 or $1,000 emergency with their savings. This isn't just about how much you earn, it's about not having a system for your money. So, here's your first action item. Look at your bank and credit card statements. Find one subscription you forget about or don't use, and cancel it. That's all. It might only save you $15 a month, but you have just proved that you are in control. You just stop your first money leak. The second boring secret: build a safety net. Now that you know where your money is going, it's time for step 2: building your financial safety net. This is your emergency fund, and it's the most important base for any investor. It's a cash barrier that protects your long-term investment from unexpected problems in life. Life happens, a car might break down, you might get a surprise medical bill, or you could lose your job. Without an emergency fund, these are major emergencies. You are forced to make stressful decisions like selling your investment at a bad time or getting into debt with high interest rates. Your emergency fund stops you from making bad money choices based on feelings. This can hurt your future plans. A good rule is to have 3 to 6 months worth of money for basic needs saved. Look at the 50% needs category you just calculate. Multiply that amount by 3. That's your first goal. And where does this money go? Not into the stock market. not into crypto. It goes into the most boring place you can think of, a high-yield saving account. The money needs to be easy to access, but you should keep it separate from your daily checking account, so you aren't tempted to use it for non-emergencies. The key to building this fund is the most boring habit of all: automation. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your saving account for the day after you get paid. Even if you start with just $50 a week, you are building the habit. This is called paying yourself first, and it makes saving a regular expense instead of something you do with leftover money. Automating your savings works better than relying on motivation. The third boring secret: the unstoppable force of time. Once your safety net is built, and only then, you are ready to start building your wealth. This brings us to the most powerful idea in finance, but one that many people don't understand: compound interest. People often say Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. It's how your money starts earning more money for you. Then the money you earn also starts earning money. Gurus want you to think that investing is about finding the next successful company. They want you to believe you need to be a genius who can predict the future. That's a lie. Real investing isn't about picking winners. It's about time and consistency. Here's a classic example. Imagine two friends, Anna and Ben. Anna start investing at age 25. She puts $300 a month into a simple varied investment. She does this for only 10 years until she is 35, and then she stops. She never invests another dollar. In total, she invests $36,000. And wait, he starts at 35 just when Anna stops. He invests the same $300 a month, but he does it for 30 years till he is 65. In total, he invests $108,000, three times more than Anna, who has more money at age 65. The difference is huge. Using an average return of 7% per year as an example, which is based on history and not a promise, Anna, who started early and stopped, end up with much more money. The extra 10 years her money had to grow at the beginning was more powerful than all the extra money Ben invests. That's the power of this boring system. The secret isn't being smart, it's being patient. Time does most of the hard work for you. We're halfway through, and you can already see this isn't about genius moves, but simple action you can repeat. I have a question for you. What's the main reason you have not started? Is it fear, confusion, or just not knowing where to begin? Let me know in the comments. Just naming it is the first step to overcoming it. The fourth boring secret: don't be a hero portfolio. So, if you are not picking winning stocks, what do you invest in? The answer is as boring as possible. You buy a little bit of everything. You do this with low cost index funds or ETFs. An index fund is like a basket that holds a small piece of every company in a major market, like the S&P 500. Instead of betting on one company, you are counting on the world economy to grow over time. And historically, that has been a good bet. Over a 20-year period, a huge majority of professional fund managers who actively pick stocks fail to do better than a simple S&P 500 index fund. They have teams of experts and powerful computers, and they still can't reliably beat the boring average. This brings us to the second part of the plan: dollar cost averaging, or DCA. It sounds technical, but it's very simple. You invest a set amount of money on a regular schedule. For example, $200 on the 15th of every month, whether the market is up or down. When the market is high, your $200 buys fewer shares. When the market goes down and everyone is panicked, your same $200 automatically buys more shares for a lower price. This method takes emotion out of investing, which often leads to bad decisions. You stop trying to predict the market which is nearly impossible. You just follow a simple automatic plan that stops you from buying when prices are high out of excitement and selling when prices are low out of fear. This combination, low cost index funds and automatic DCA, is the perfect don't be a hero portfolio. It's a humble strategy. You are admitting you can't predict the future, so you just buy a piece of the market, step by step, month after month. The fifth boring secret: conquer the silent killers. If you follow those 4 steps, you are already doing better than most people. But 2 hidden problems can still ruin your progress: fees and yourself. First, fees. They look small, just 1% or 2%, but over a lifetime of investing, they can cause a lot of damage. Think of them like slow damage to your house that you don't notice at first. Over many years, it can destroy the whole structure. For example, investing $1,000 a month for 40 years with a 9.7% average annual return could grow to around $5.8 million, but a 1% annual fee reduced that final amount to $4.3 million, costing you $1.5 million. This is why low cost index funds with fees often under 0.10% are so important. Winning isn't just about how much money you earn, it's about how much you get to keep. The second and more dangerous hidden problem is you. Our brains are built to react quickly, not to think about long-term investing. We easily feel the fear of missing out on FOMO, which make us want to buy something after its price has already gone way up. And our instinct is to sell in a panic when the market goes down, which makes our loss real. The best boring tool to control yourself is an investment policy statement or IPS. This is another tool professionals use. It's a short document where you write down your money goals and your own rules for investing. For example, my goal is to retire in 30 years. I will invest X dollar every month into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. I will not sell when the market is down. I will only review my strategy once a year. This paper is your personal rule book. When the market is chaotic and your emotions are telling you to do something, you read it. It reminds you that you made the plan when you were calm and thinking clearly, and that not doing anything is often the smartest choice. So there you have it, the very boring system to building wealth. 1. Know your numbers. Track your money and stop the leaks. 2. Build your safety net. An emergency fund protects you from chaos. 3. Use the power of time. Start investing early, even with small amounts. 4. Automate everything. Use dollar cost averaging and index funds to remove emotion. 5. Protect your money. Keep fees low and make a plan to protect you from your own emotional reactions. None of this is exciting. It's not an exciting story to tell your friends, but it works. You don't build wealth with one big brave move. It's built over many years of simple, regular habit. It's about trusting a system, not trying to guess the future. Your financial future isn't something you live to change. It's something you can build yourself. The foundation is boring, the walls are boring, but the results are very exciting. If this organized approach makes sense to you, subscribe for more finance advice that's based on facts, not excitement. To help you start on the very first step, I've linked a simple spreadsheet in the description that you can use to track your 50-30-20 budget tonight. It's the first tool to building your own boring system. Start there. Thanks for watching.